So here's an example of the sales strategy. Like, what is the sales strategy? Quotation marks here. So we're going to put quotation marks to emphasize that all you ever do are ask rhetorical questions. Okay? What is the sales strategy? Are we using internal locus of control or external locus of control? So we're going to ask the question in quotation marks with the question mark in the quotation marks. What is the sales strategy? What's the sales strategy? So first of all, you might want to ask yourself, what are you selling? So if we're taking this for an example, what is this? Right? So this goes to what essentially is this. And that means dollar signs. So the sales strategy itself is actually rhetorical question in the stage interview and the presentation sale. So forget about all this. The quotation marks. And also what that does is essentially, what happens here is you cut this. And this gets cut. This goes to our next presentation, which is what is the sales strategy? This is it. Okay, so this was the sales strategy. Okay, so now we have another emoji for another currency, and it looks like this. It kind of looks like that. So that's when we're getting out of the quotation marks and we're going into, shall I continue? Okay, that's the rhetorical question. Okay, so you're in your seat right now in the presentation sale, and I just kind of went into the sales strategy, and the buyer knows plenty well why he's in his seat and why I don't actually ask the question, shall I continue? So this is what number 3 looks like on the PowerPoint presentation. When I go through the next part of the presentation sale. So that's that for the rhetorical side. What you want to do, because we are selling, because we are talking about Tony Robbins and mastering the money game, and because we are going into what is essentially pure sales, the next thing is, the how. So how are we asking? So there's the how-to. So there's a couple of ways. How do you sell? How do you sell? So some people use the FAB, features, advantages, and benefits. So we got features. Oh, I spelled features wrong. Features, advantages, and benefits. Okay. Anything about that? Okay. Still wrong. That's all right. There we go. And then, we have what I like to dub the WWW approach. What am I selling? Who am I selling to? And why am I selling this? And so that kind of goes into the ads and benefits. The next thing, we could call it number 3. Well, we'll call it number 3. Well, we're not going to do this. We're going to do bullet points because we're doing PowerPoint presentations and stuff like that. So we have also the straight line method. Straight line basically is a 2-dimensional playing field, if you will. If you don't know, then you should probably pick up the book because it's a really good book. And you're taking your customer down a straight line. So imagine that you're on boardwalk. And I don't know, somebody is walking, that's your customer. There's a million of those. And they're gonna end up on this. This is the west. This is the east. Eventually they're gonna end up on this side of the boardwalk. This is you. You got a car. And you're taking your customer from here to here to here to the other side of the boardwalk, if you will. So each place you're asking on a scale of 1 to 10, how comfortable are you about this product? Most likely they're at a 4 to 5. That means you don't take them any further on the straight line. So we gotta go back. You build rapport. You know, do a little dance, right? Body language, all that stuff. Okay, so that's the this what we'll call straight line method. www. That's you can find that in the article. So I mean, it's going to be in the paper and the article as well. And then, of course, you probably know about this: features, advantages, and benefits. It's how most car salesmen sell cars. So this is all very fun because it goes into the how. And then, once we know how to sell, onto what. So this is kind of like the silent H. Silent H, I put that in there so you can see it. And the who are we selling to? That's very important. So you're gonna have, this is fun. If you could do this, you're a freaking genius. That's what you want to do. Okay. But if you're selling to, rich investors, your who is going to be your number one buyer. So you got all these people in the presentation. Who is going to buy from you, and everyone else is either at a 4 or 5, or they're just waiting for you to ask for the order. So who, your number one buyer, your target market or whatever, he's going to wait until the last slide, until all these people turn into 3, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, then someone's at a 10. Most likely will never happen until the end of the presentation. Most people are going to be at a 6 or 7, 5 or 6, 4 or 5, and they won't leave. They'll just politely wait until you ask a question. And your number one buyer is knows right away that your presentation is going somewhere that he wants to buy, and everyone else is on a two-dimensional playing field. And buyer in his way to bargain price. So that's the who. The who, the what, and the why. Why am I selling this? You know, the big thing with why is the product is going to change our lives, just like the book Master the Game. Bigger picture is really what's changing our minds. So why we're selling this, we might have a life-saving medicine. We might be asking for grant money for medical research. Could be just making a presentation to get a business line of credit to show that we're a credit-worthy, solvent business. So this is very important. So that's all in the article. I won't go into the next slide because for the sake of time. But that pretty much covers the presentation cell, stage interview, and the how-to.